Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with episode number 54 of the Ironman series, a series in which I'm doing my best to go ahead and max and get the best Ironman that I possibly can. We're going to start by talking to this genie and getting a level right off the rip. This wasn't what I had planned, but it worked out, so let's go ahead and do it. Up to 91 herb lore, just like that. Things you love to see. I can now make extended anti-fire mixes, which I won't be doing any of that, but kicking it off with a hot start here, up to 2129 total, and looking to move ever so forward. This is the point of the episode where I advise everyone to never look at their bank value again, because bank values don't matter, especially on an Ironman. That's what I tell myself after the next has been released and everything went down in price. I think last episode my bank value was like 670 mil, and now it's 580. So just like that, in a few days' time, we're down to absolutely nothing. So I guess we're wallowing away out here, just doing what we can. Bank's looking pretty good right now, though, and I still want to go ahead and continue to get some levels. Also, I'm going to go ahead and start off this episode by putting to use a diary that I unlocked last go-around, and that was the Dagannoth King Noted Bones. So I have 134 of those that I have to kill, and I also haven't gotten any of the real drops there, honestly, other than the Berserker ring. I really didn't have any use for the rings, because I always had to wear a Ring of Life, but now that I can just play the game however I please without any fears, I can go ahead, try for some of those rings, and maybe a Dragon Axe as well. So I think that's going to be the plan. Gonna gear up. It's going to be a little bit more difficult this time go around. Before, I never really had any use for the rings since I always had to wear a Ring of Life. However, now that is not the case because I've been set free from my fearful ways, and so gonna go ahead, gear up, and see what all I can rake on in from this task. Alright, well, I mean, just to rub salt in the wound here, the DKs Trip isn't starting off too hot. We just got ourselves a warrior ring, and most importantly, beyond that, I was just kind of thinking, like, man, I checked everything before I came here. I checked my trident, I checked my whip, you know, I'm such a good gamer, and then I was like, oh, I should check my blowpipe as well. And yeah, I got 8 darts left in there, so I struggled to set this place up in the first place. Whenever I came here the first time, I messed up and had to go back to my bank and reset it all up again. And yeah, now we're here. So I don't even know what to do. I guess I'm just gonna pick up this warrior ring and teleport on out now and just end my misery. Goodness. Well, managed to make it through that entire task in 2 trips. Wasn't too bad. Ended up coming out of there with 124 Dagannoth bones actually, and probably gonna go grab a prayer level after this next task. See what we can get. 113 Cave Kraken. I am going to go ahead and skip that. I don't really enjoy Cave Kraken, I'll be honest with you guys. So 45 Black Dragons, nice. Go out to a little bit of KBD. Blue Dragons is actually something I'm looking forward to here in the future because I can kill Vorkath now, which is going to give me a lot of supplies. So that's also kind of on my mind, but Black Dragons as well, and going to go grab a prayer level in AFK a bit, I do believe. I'm not quite sure what's going on in here, but I'm just going to stroll up on in here with my Hydra Bones and try to go ahead and give myself a level. So, about to run out of bones. I still have maybe 250, 300 Hydra Bones in the bank, so it could get me a little bit of XP, but I'm not really counting on it too much. Won't be able to get me another level, so this is really where I'm going to go ahead and end it off for the day. Out here, ye old Chaos Altar. Up to 86 prayer right there, though, and I guess I'm going to just hang out here with this PK around. I really don't know. This is actually one of the worst places to ever get PK'd in terms of my RuneScape playing history. It's so painful losing any bones here, so lately I've just been spam clicking as fast as I can so I can get out of here nice and safe. Sprinting on through Fossil Island at the moment. Gonna go ahead and empty out this Birdhouse, and that's gonna get me up to 89 Hunter, a level that it's taken me quite a while to get to, I'll be honest, because now I can finally catch lucky implings, but most importantly, I can use redwood birdhouse traps on Fossil Island, which is what I've been waiting for desperately. So, there we go. Got the best level of birdhouse, and I mean, honestly, I've been pretty bad at my birdhouses. I mean, if you're a really cracked out Ironman, you'd put me to shame, honestly. To get up to 89, I actually had to do a good bit of maniacal monkeys from like 85 to 89. I need that AFK. I'm just not all about my hourlies. I've talked about this before, not as much in this series, but just in general YouTube videos. Doing hourlies and dailies and that type of stuff typically burns me out. Luckily with the Ironman life, you do have a lot of incentive to continue on doing that, so at least there's a lot of motivation behind it, and it actually funds my account for the most part. But on the main game where it's not as important, it was something that was pretty off-putting for me, so I've been bad at that. I'm happy that I can finally be at my highest level, and yeah, I guess at this point 500k until my next level, that's That's a lot of birdhouse runs. At the moment, though, gonna go on a farm run. I'm working on saving up a bunch of these seed packs. I'm probably gonna save up to 100, 200. I'm also saving up all of these birdhouse seed nests that I've been getting, so kind of just a bunch of openings I'm gonna keep up in here. You know, we don't have any form of RuneScape packs to open for, you know, people with gambling addictions to go out and have a good time, so this is my way of going about it. Oh my god, I just realized, I was like, man, there's so many people here at Motherlode Mine, oh my, just so upsetting, no ore veins around that are just empty, why do I have to live like this? But I realized, in my lack of living and dying at Hydra, I've now unlocked the ability to go to PvP World, so yes, there we go, I can finally get away from the masses here and don't have to worry about it. I can just go enjoy myself in a nice, quiet Motherlode Mine instance where basically no one's here. Yeah, we got one guy over here, one guy over there. Actually, I can have a nice front and center spot right on over here. Love it, love it. The perks of dying on the hardcore, just how I planned it out. All right, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't skill on a PvP world. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose a ton of cosmic runes. This is gonna be painful. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is someone peeking? It's a Polka. Oh my god. Oh, that's pain. That is so much pain. Well, that's just incredibly painful. I'm not gonna lie, actually, after I started mining, I definitely thought about this scenario, and I guess I'm glad that it happened here rather than if I was out doing, like, herb runs and stuff. I'd hate to lose some seeds and a lot more runes and maybe a rune pouch and all that jazz. So, apparently I can collect from this guy. Hopefully he's got, hopefully he's got some untradables for me, because that was gonna be tough if I lost my graceful and the hollowed stuff, so... yeah, I'll pay the fee of being an idiot. Oh my goodness, but yeah, I guess we're back. We're back, and 8,000 cosmics down. That's really the biggest thing that I lost. I'm pretty sad about. I told the clan chat about the scenario, and Dirty mentioned that whenever I complete the old Song of the Elves, then I'll be able to have access to the best shop to buy cosmics. So that's one reason ever more to go ahead and give that a shot. I was planning on doing it later in this episode, and I guess we're gonna have to get there a little bit sooner. For now, though, I think I'm just gonna power through a level here just without looting as much, because honestly, I really don't need the loot that much either, and it gives me more XP per hour, so I guess that's something to take out of this. Well, here goes nothing. Gonna go ahead and finish off my time here at Sepulcher. Been a tough one. Never would have imagined an agility level was that painful, but up to 87 right there. Happy to get my agility level for this video. Glad I didn't have to work back on getting any of my untradables. And I also have enough hollowed marks to be able to go ahead and finish off most of the items that matter in here, so I can grab a grapple and this hollowed focus, and that will basically allow me to successfully complete any of the obstacles in here without failing, so that will up my XP per hour, along with any other sort of nonsense that could evolve with it. Gonna go do my birdhouse and farming runs, but wanted to mention that that'll probably be the last agility level that I promise going forward, because I have made this promise for a good bit. Oh, I brought the wrong logs because I'm not used to this yet. Whatever. I guess we'll go with magic. But yeah, I've had this rule where it's like, yeah, I gotta get an agility level per video, and I was trying to motivate myself to, you know, get closer to this maxing grind, and it's not gonna work out. I don't think me and agility were meant for this. I'm gonna be going on a little small trip to Florida to meet up with my mom and hang out down there. And so the next episode, I probably won't have as much time to do agility. And just in general, I would like to enjoy the game rather than forcing myself to do agility nonstop. Realistically, a lot of the skills that I still have left down here, I mean, there's plenty of time. I have 85 rune crafting. I have a ton of herb lore to do, a ton of prayer. Like, there's more than enough time, so I'm not gonna rush myself on agility, you know, stuff like that where you enjoy it so much, you wanna let it marinate, you wanna enjoy it for a long time, and so that's what I'm gonna do with agility. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Putting myself through endless pain for the agility grind. Looking forward to being able to unlock the next level of Sepulcher. It's a lot like Pyramid Plunder, where it's a pretty significant upgrade, and so that will be very beneficial once I get there, but still quite a few levels off, so looking forward to it. Finishing off what has been a long day at the salt mines out here. Ran out of teleports when I was going to go do my farm run, so I just went and banged out a ton of them. The XP per hour here is quite slow. Everything you do, you get 5 XP from, which is pretty terrible. However, I thought that this was all a scam, and I'm like, why would any main accounts come here? So I was going to complain, but, I mean, in terms of, like, GP value, 1.6 mil for just mining a little bit AFK, that's not bad at all. As for me, though, going to get on out of here and get back to my dailies. Also, I think I'm going to go grab some sharks as well, and probably go cook them too. Running kind of low on that, and I'm going to need a lot of those going forward with a lot of my PVM grinds. I'm getting a little spoiled here with the bank space. I'm up to almost a full bank again. I am trying to stack up some seed packs, so if I want to stack up a lot of them, I'm either going to have to clean the bank again or drop some GP here soon on some extra bank spaces. I might do it, to be honest, because I have so much GP that I can high alch. I mean, in here, like, all that rune is just so much money. I have so many battle staffs. I feel pretty secure, so I guess there's no banker here that I can talk to, is there? Oh, up here to the north, there are some. All right, I'm going to do it. I think, oh, man, is this going to be the 10 mil one? More bank slots, please. Okay, only 5 mil, only 5 mil. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with some more slots then. Next time going to be 10 mil. Not going to be as easy to justify that. Somehow I hope my bank gets smaller, but I doubt that's the case. I do have a lot of things that I could throw on into some storage devices if I really needed to. Finishing off a bit of minnow fishing out here, up to 94 with that level right there. I'm actually pretty low on raw food in general. I do have some like really high ranking sort of food with the manta rays and the sea turtles I got from fishing trawler, but you need really high levels not to burn those. As for me though, gonna go ahead and get on over to cooking some of those. Gonna go ahead and bag another level out here up to 95 cooking. Always like a nice little semi-rounded level, and also can now cook summer pies, which is one of the requirements that I need for the Varrock Elite. So that'll be fun. Once I get my smithing up, a lot of those diaries will be very completable, so looking forward to that. Time to go take on Song of the Elves, the last real big quest that I have in here. Other than that, it's pretty much smooth sailing towards a quest cape, so looking forward to it. So we've gotten on our way with the start of the quest, talk to Edmund, talk to the king, gonna talk to everyone and have some sort of thing to do. I don't know, I just click the blue boxes, the blue things, and you know, RuneLight does the quest for me. It's kind of how it goes. I will say, at least with RuneLight, it does make puzzles a lot easier. It's one of the reasons I don't like the clue scroll plugin, because I actually like those types of puzzles. However, the light puzzles in these quests, I don't think there's any way anyone's figuring that out on their own, or nor would they want to. I'm sure it's possible, but I mean, goodness, I couldn't even imagine. So, you know, this is one of the few times where I'm okay with Quest Helper, you know, thanks for helping me out, buddy. So I just open up the Quest Helper side, and I scroll down, I'm like, how am I halfway down? Like, there's no way this quest is that long, and then I saw that this was just split up into a ton of different parts, and my heart was broken into many, many pieces. Well, that's painful. I'm doing this puzzle right here. I put down like 3 items so far in the puzzle. I put down a wine of Zamrock, I put down a black knife, and then you have to like inspect over here, and then instead of putting it on here, you have to go somewhere else and put something, and I'm a little too excited, and yeah, now I'm gonna have to go waste another 5-10 minutes. Alrighty, one very minuscule puzzle down in what will be certainly a very, very long time that I'm gonna have to spend in this library. At least it looks really nice in HD. I like that at least. Saren doesn't seem too happy with me, and now I'll go ahead and collect the beginning of the mirrors that I'm gonna need. Surely many, many more to come. Looking forward to it. An eternity later, I found my way through the last light maze. Oh my goodness. I can hop worlds and be transported out of here, and then from there, there's just a few simple steps until we reach the end of this quest. That's the real burden behind us at this point. The maze is done, the demi-boss fight is done as well, and now it is time to go in for the big one. That's a weird looking run animation. Go after them. Didn't seem like he was going too quick. And there she is. Alright, Fragment of Saren. Gonna have to gear up, get ready for a good old boss fight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm glad I brought some teleports. I did not know that this was gonna happen right off the bat. Oh my goodness. No warning in the RuneLight settings, so that's one reason Slayer music greater than Quest Helper. Alrighty, all geared up and ready to go. Got a lot of Saradomin brews, a lot of Saradomin brews. Last time I was here, I remember the fight being a little bit of a problem for me. Hopefully this time around we don't have as much of a problem. Didn't check my charges, but I trust that I brought the right things. Okay, just getting right into it, huh? Not wasting any time. The messed up part is that I do really want to get a picture at some point during this boss fight for a thumbnail, so hopefully I have some time at the end. We'll have to see how it plays out. I mean, honestly, so far, this hasn't been any bit of a struggle. I thought that this was harder. I'm gonna regret saying that. At some point, does throw out a big hitter, though. I think that's what she's doing right now. Alrighty. So we're nearing the end of this fight. Pretty easy. I mean, I still have a lot of supplies left. It took out a good bit. I mean, all the 90 hits that it deals you are really what's going to waste a lot of your supplies. In terms of I was still a hardcore doing this and I hadn't died previously, we might have ran into some issues in here, because initially, whenever I ran in, you know, I didn't even know that I was going to be in a boss fight. So if I did that on my hardcore and I didn't bring a teleport, that could have gone very poorly. Beyond that, I mean, obviously you guys already saw me dying here. I guess that's another one of the downsides of not using Slayer music. I don't have him there to handhold me through it, but managed nonetheless. Fragment of Saren, down and dusted. Man, quest lore, am I right? Brief discussion with him. Now we got Backstorian and Elena up here, and they're gonna show me the gates towards Prifddinas, and I get to go check out the nice unlock of a city that I have in front of me. Alrighty, well there we are. Song of the Elves completed. Ton of XP rolling on in. 4 quest points, access to Prifddinas, 20k XP in agility, construction, farming, herblore, hunter, mining, smithing, and woodcutting, and 272 quest points as well. Don't think I got a level out of that. Got a lot of XP till my levels nowadays, so 20k doesn't do too much for me. But in terms of this city, I mean, oh, we have a ton of beautiful unlocks. I'm gonna go check out the rune shop while I talk about the rest. So in terms of what I'm excited about, just generally speaking, whenever you train skills in Prifddinas, there's a lot of different ways that you can go about getting these shards, these crystal shards that you can then use in different potions and different things. So the main thing that that's going to be useful for is making divine potions in the future, which are the best version of any sort of potion that you can make. In the top floor of the middle of the city, there is this elven chest that is an upgraded version of the crystal chest, so whenever I get 10 crystal shards, I can throw that on a key and then open that up, which will be nice for me. I have a lot of crystal keys in the bank, so kind of been saving up. In addition to that, over here there's an agility course next to the bank that you can run around on. Don't think I'll be doing too much of that. I mean, it would be nice to be able to get some shards through that, so maybe I'll give it a whirl. However, I've been liking Sepulchre, so I'm not too quick to want to get out of there. As far as some other nice things, there is Volcano down here where I can go on in and kill this bad boy. Nice little boss unlock. I don't know if there's anything I'll be rushing to go ahead and get from there. However, it is a nice boss to kill. I used to enjoy that back in the day on the main account. Ooh, there they are, the beautiful Cosmics, 250 per world. I'm gonna need to do a little bit of world hopping over here after our adventures at Sepulchre earlier. Also beyond that, I have the Ireworth dungeon down here, nice little Slayer dungeon where you have a nice little bit of everything. They also drop crystal shards down here, so that's a nice little place where I can go ahead and get some of that. And then, most importantly, up here is the Gauntlet. So this is going to be a place that's very, very interesting to me. From here, you can get the weapon crystals that you can turn into either a Bow of Fardinen or a Blade of Salador, essentially the best slash weapon in-game, or one of the best ranging weapons in-game. And that's something I'm going to be looking forward to learning. I've never tried it out before on my main account because back in the day, the crystals really weren't all that worth getting. However, on an Ironman with the new bow and all that jazz, it is definitely worth my time. So I'm more than happy to go ahead and give that a peek going forward. However, for this episode, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end it off at 2135 total and a bank value that doesn't matter because I'm an Ironman and, you know, bank values of tanks, so I don't look at that anymore. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. On top of that, anything you'd like to tell me or others, would love to hear in a comment down below. And if you want to see more videos like this as soon as they go live, make sure to subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you have a wonderful day and peace.